I've got a level up here. I'm not gonna auto level up. I'm gonna hit A and level myself up. Skills. Hit like 1. Doing demolitions here. And now feet. I take 2 weapon fighting type thing. I'm not sure if I can take weapon focus yet. I want to do improved toughness is level 4. I want to do that. So I'm probably going to start on my 2 weapon fighting thing. Or flurry of it type thing. I'm going to use flurry. You take implant type thing too. Feat allows the character to make an extra melee attack during the round. Characters will suffer -4 defense while using this feat, and for 3 seconds afterwards, an enemy attack, they also suffer -4 penalty to all attacks that round. So that's not that great. Eventually, I think the bonus goes away down to -1. But you can dual flurry your two-handed sword with that type thing at the same time. Feat reduces the attack penalty of a character wielding a double-bladed weapon in each hand. Normal penalties -6, -10 are reduced by 0.4 to a total -6, -6. Use of a balanced weapon in the offhand could further reduce the penalty by 2-0 to a total of -4 in your main hand and -6 in your secondary hand. So I'm probably going to take flurry or implant. I'm going to probably take flurry. There's a con for implant out there type thing. So I'm going to take the flurry one. And there's some poison immunity ones that come out there too. So it'll probably be my 3rd feat type thing. And now, that's because soldier in this game gets 1 every level type thing. Fighter bonus feat, and then your character feat type thing. Vitality 30, defense 15 type thing, that type of sense. 2nd level character, 1,275 experience type thing. Now, 2nd level character type thing, gain 15 per level type thing. So that's 15 plus 15, and it's 15 at first and 15 at second type thing for 30 vitality with 15 defense. Okay. Get there. And that's messages, and then show dialogue, show game feedback type thing. And so then you'll be on the game feedback, and if you want to go back to dialogue, then you hit X type thing there, and you can do that. Alright, and so work run, Dell 6 with attack and 6 soldier, hit 11 versus defense 11 for damage 8, roll the 9, base 1 plus strength mod 1, physical 7 plus strength mod 1, and journal updated type thing. And let's see here. There we go again. 11 versus 11. And so that turned into a hit for me type thing. Tight didn't go to defender, it went to the attacker type thing, and they did damage. Here's Trash for 12. And defense for 11. Let's see here. There we go. Backtrack recording this just in case I need a different side to it. And characters gain enough experience to advance in a level. So right now I'm shooting from perspective, but I can use the video from sync if it converts over digitally, taking off the DVD. So that's 6, 3, and it's 0, and it's 3. Now post that type thing. I know a video where you can record your computer stuff too. I haven't downloaded it yet type thing, but I'm sure what else it comes with, but it's a pretty good overview. Alright, and rock on. Just like those video game people type things, except for now, it's like video games about presentations, Excel things, stuff like that. You reach the bridge, but Pastilla is nowhere to be found. She likely made her way to the starboard escape pods. If you want to get off the Endar Spire alive, you should do the same. Or for like window explorer stuff and moving around, like continuous type things, you record the whole entire action without camera blur on the screen and stuff like that. And switch that over. 5 med packs now. We're doing good. Doing good. And level kind of heals you, taking that type of sense back up the field. Back down the corner, blaster. And those guys don't have anything. That's unfortunate. Advanced med pack. Woo! There it is. Advanced med pack, credits 8 type thing, get a good explosion in the center of the Endar Spire bridge type thing, and sometimes we get a good roll on a rare item drop type thing. I'm on the Endar Spire, haven't even landed on Taurus yet type thing with Karth and Assy, and we've got an advanced med pack. So that's going to be great. And a regular med pack. Sometimes I bust a cryo Bran or like an ion grenade or something like that type thing. That was awesome. Okay, here.
Yes.
And trigger over.
Basta was not here on the bridge. They must have retreated to the escape pods. We better head that way too. The Sith want Basta alive, but once she's off the ship, there's nothing stopping them from blasting the Endar Spire into galactic dust.
Okay. And here, new item type thing. 6 med packs now. And then that's it thing. That's here. And then advanced med pack. And we'll put this down real quick. Alright. And there it is. Advanced. Med packs heal 20 vitality points plus wisdom modifier plus 2 times usual skill and treat injury. Yeah, that's wild. That is absolutely wild. 70 credits like being in the beginning. Pretty lucky money point for not being one of those mercenary scoundrels and spice runners type thing, like Han Solo's Millennium Falcon spice run type thing, or gun run or something. Kind of like Doom type thing.
There's something behind here.
And if you go into the different character builds, I think.
Damn, another Dark Jedi! I'll try to hold him off. You get to the escape pods. Go!
That KOTOR's weave is then actually Force Unleashed, and if you hit the tree, it bends, but it doesn't like cut up type thing. It's like the gumminess and pliability of it type thing. That's like papyrus, like the Egyptian paper type thing, is all the same thing that's on the weave on your sword and your handle type thing. So it won't allow the saber to cut through type thing that needs. Because you have to string those strands type thing out of that papyrus type thing. It's kind of a weird resin throughout the whole tree type thing. And we make paper out of that.
This is Karth on your personal communicator. I'm tracking your position through the Endar Spire's life support systems. Bastila's escape pod is away. You're the last surviving crew member on the Endar Spire. No, I can't wait for you much longer. You have to get to the escape pods.
Okay. So that guy can take in physical combat, and let's go use the flurry type thing there. I want to burn those without using the dual ring. Okay, so we did that. If you were sneaking type thing, I'm not sure how much time I've got left type thing. 30 out of 30. Just got that guy. Karth just said something. Sith Trooper 13 rolled a 3. Base 2 plus strength mod 1. Damage. That's 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 6. Defense 6. Base 10. Minus 4 for being prone. Dex 13. Physical 12 plus strength mod 1 for 13. And what was the other one? I used Flurry. Sith Trooper. Miss. He rolled a fumble. He rolled a 1. Type thing, it rolled a 7 plus 3 minus the Dex mod 4 type thing for on a ranged weapon, plus effect bonus minus 5. I'm not sure why you got the minus 5 for. Defense breakdown 15 base 10 armor 4 Dex mod 1. Unless he was trying some maneuver like a power attack or something like that. Defense breakdown. Warric, when he turned around to shoot me out of panic type thing, I guess he tried to use a power blast, something to use it. And so, his total type thing, even though he rolled a 7 type thing, was he rolled a main hand 1. With all that negative stuff that he had going on there. It's not technically a critical fumble because it's from a calculation fumble. He rolled a 7, but it ended up still being a 1 type thing. And that's throw the dice away on that one. Warric Bran Dell succeeds with attack on Sith Trooper, Flurry use, hit with 8 with defense 6 for 13. roll the 9 base type thing. Base 2 minus flurry minus 4 strength mod 1 type thing, correcting some of that minus stuff type thing. And then that's hit with 18, attack breakdown main hand 19, base 2 plus flurry minus 4 strength mod 1, and physical 7 plus 1, taking that type of sense, and physical 12 plus 1, and in that type of thing, physical 12 plus 1. And that's 7, and that's 12, 7, and 12, all with plus 1s. So if you were with the scoundrel type thing, they're like, we figured we couldn't catch you, we're just going to have to hire you type thing, but that's not what I was going to say. And then you would use your stealth belt. I think you get a stealth belt for free, like a 200, 100 belt, maybe 125. And then after the explosion, he turns his attention to being worried about the door, and other things like that. And then you use the stealth belt and you sneak past in the hallway, taking away from the guard. And you're supposed to get experience from that once you get to the door. It should give you like 300 or 100 or something like that. But yeah, it's kind of flaky. Alright, this guy's in there type thing. They've got guns. Let's see here. Still got a gun and some of these proximity bonus on it, I think.
Be careful. There's a whole squad of Sith troopers on the other side of that door. You need to find some way to thin their numbers. You could reprogram the damaged assault droid to help you, if you have enough repair parts. Or you could use computer spikes to slice into the terminal and use the Endar Spire security systems against the Sith.
Okay. Now from that type thing, you have a -4 from your flurry, but you have a +6 bonus type thing on close proximity type thing. So it's +10 -4, it's +6 type thing. That's what it should do. Type thing that means, I think. And that was 12. Let's see here. It's an effects type thing. Something interesting there. Sith soldier missed with -6 on defense 15. Sith soldier fails to attack on Warric, Bran, Dell. Miss with -6 versus defense 15 for 0. Attack break -6, roll 2, base 1. Dex mod -4, effect bonus -5. Those guys really like with prone and power attack of that rifle type thing. Trying to give it to me. It's 11, and at least that was a 3 type thing. It wasn't a -6, and they get surprised, man. They started using power attacks. Let's see here. That is. See my bonus thing. It's hit them. I should have got a proximity bonus while using the flurry. Anyway, that was that's a D20 plus the -4 plus 10 for being in proximity with them using a gun. So instead of a melee weapon type thing, so they should have a debilitating close proximity bonus type thing, or minus bonus to them, but plus for me type thing. So that's 10. Minus by using flurry type thing, that's 6, plus the D20 roll, D20 plus 6, plus my strength bonus, D20 plus 7 to hit, there's 6 defense class. But I did not see anything in there that says anything remotely close to that. I don't know why. Physical 8, a lot more great damage in there. And damage 5 from Warric Bran. That's 9. Next defense 6 type in there. And for damage 9. Warric Bran Dell succeeds with attack on Sith soldier. Flurry use hit with 11 versus defense 6 for damage 9. Okay, let's go see what we got here. 7 parts, 5 computer spikes. And let's see that. There's a tutorial on those things too. We can go check the bodies real quick. There is no bodies now. I am at, what am I at? I'm at 28 out of 30 type thing, that type of things. Right there. With armor class 15. So at second level, second soldier type thing. Once again, so we're fine. We're good. Let's close out of that. And which one do I have more of? Let's see, new items. 8 parts, 5 computer spikes. Should probably do this in order. Not in order. I don't know. Droid repair tutorial. Some droids in the game are disabled, or damage can be repaired by a player. Fixing a droid in the manner requires repair parts. More complicated repairs require more repair parts. The number of repair parts required varies depending on the repair skill of the character working on the droid. Reactivate the droid or leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone right now. And then from there, I'm going to go here. And I have no skill in either one of them. And then computer slicing tutorial type thing. And then A to confirm. Players can slice to computers to try to override and reprogram existing commands. Slice a computer requires computer spikes. More complicated reprogramming requires more spikes. The number of spikes required varies depending on the computer skill of the character slicing the terminal. So if you're really bad at it, you might take you 16 kits to fix something. And for somebody else, well, they're not really kits, but repair parts or slice parts type thing, of wiring around the situation type thing. For somebody else who's a genius, they need like 12 less parts type thing. They're like, that was messed up. So that's, you know, and that's the troops in there type thing. And we want to get the stuff off that orange guy there. We don't need the camera feed or anything like that. We're not going to overload the conduit type thing. These things, computer spikes on the Terra surface, are cheap to budget into type thing, and I'll cover that tomorrow in kind of like a character level beat thing. But on Taurus, I think it's rare for people to have computer spikes for the aliens to sail back to like nobles or other people type thing for things in that nature. And 275 credits for them for purchase type thing that means, or for selling. And then they sell it for like 500 or something like that to like other people taking the slice instead of repair droids with type thing. So we're gonna reactivate this repair droid thing. So if you have like 5 of those things, I think repair ones are like 80. So if you have 5 computer part spikes, I think that's like 5 times 275 at the beginning, and then you can buy the military suit and other stuff on the planet. It's kind of weird, but it's not as weird as it's being made. It's going to take me all 8 parts to fix this droid. No, they didn't have the 275 left over for the other part type thing. Now it's here. We're going to activate the droid's shields, and then we're going to engage it in patrol mode so it has a chance. There's success. Shields are active. Once you end the session, the droid will begin patrol and destroy any enemies it encounters. And that's it there. Warning once. Yep. And we're good on that. Keep going. Engages in patrol mode and it moves out to carry out your programming instructions. We've got those 5 computer parts things left over. And I'll show that on the surface. And then just stand to the side as he goes into there. He's going to power his shields up to him. I think this is set like an Ezra Kuhn type thing, like years before the actual Jedi stuff type thing, like 4,000 years or something like that. And that's the droid type thing. Not kidding, now the droid is actively engaged in control rock, not the program anymore. Alright, see if there's any stuff, got some other things. You want to get the orange guy, and cause that's huge. And 36 credits. Type thing there. Here. And that's 1. And a repair kit type thing. There we go. There's a kit. And then we'll go to start, and that's here. Included for the base tools for a droid to repair itself after being damaged, after being damaged in combat. This kit can't be used by living beings. Basic kits, this crude matter from Yoda. Basic kits repair 15 vitality points, plus intelligence modifier, plus user skill and repair. And that's a repair kit. And that's a vibration cell. That turns that into a carving knife or a turkey on a prototype blade type thing. Once you get a desk, gives it a little bit of a shake and slimmer through type thing. A cell like this can be stabilized with melee weapon, allowing it to hit and damage better, and possibly gain other effects. The modification require a workbench with adequate tools and a weapon of high quality marked as upgradable, like the one in the apartment on Tars type thing when you get down there. Still at 28 hit points and 106 credits right now type thing, and that means. Alright, now the orange guy. Someone else type thing. The orange guy, here, with that Dracula, a long time ago Dracula with Demi Moore in it. Ion blaster type thing and prototype vibroblade type thing with upgradable slots like Sephiroth's sword in Final Fantasy type thing. You might remember him type thing. Place the material in the slots of the sword type thing and increase it. Or kind of like an Outlaw Star thing. That's an Ion blaster. It can't do much with Ascension builds. D4 damage, 1 or 4. But versus droids, it adds another 10 to it type thing. And it's got a range of 17 meters. It's like 17 yards or 51 feet, about 50 feet. And plus 2-0 versus 2 weapon if used in offhand. It can help with the penalty because it's a fairly balanced weapon. Unlike a typical blaster, this weapon fires a stream of energy very damaging to electrical systems. For the 10-10s, as Ahsoka says it. Ahsoka left that, anyway, causing havoc on the internal components of droids. And so that's one. That is for the Ion Blaster. And now, that's the physical damage here. D10, plus 1 physical. Critical threat, 19 to 20 times 2. Balance, 2 weapon penalty if used in the offhand. It can gain you another 2, so it's not as difficult to wield around. And then upgradable melee. This is a very adaptable model of a vibroblade, which you have a vibration cell, energon cell for. Made for the user on a budget that will be like a chainsaw type thing. Rumble, 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 rumble. Or Durararu type thing in the anime thing, like the vroom of a motorcycle, running car thing. Anyway, let's see, budget that will be purchasing upgrades or from Sword Art Online type thing. Not Sword Art, Soul Reaper, with the guy with the chainsaw that was like cutting things up with his body as the mercenary type thing. Upgradable, and not the Mifune sword artist samurai guy. Upgrades as resources or finances become available type thing, like our vibration cell type thing that we already have. And later on, I think there's some like other stuff type thing, and just tricks of trade type thing. Take the Baka blade type thing from the Wookiee, because it's upgradable type thing. You can put star metal into it type thing, and then wield it in your hand, despite your strength bonus type thing too. That's another one type thing from Kashyyyk. That's long in the future. Let's go simple.
You've made it just in time. There's only one active escape pod left. Come on, we can hide out on the planet below. I'm a soldier with the Republic, like you. We're the last 2 crew members left on the Endar Spire. Basila's escape pod's already gone, so there's no reason for us to stick around here and get shot by the Sith. Now, come on. There'll be time for questions later. Basila's escape pod's already gone, so there's no reason for us to stick around here and get shot by the Sith. Now, come on. There'll be time for questions later.
Escape, huh? And we got the sword. That was important. Yeah. Now we're gonna force gravity fall in not a basket, but a pod, just like C-3PO and R2-D2 at the beginning. Landing on Tatooine in the desert like that. So for now we're gonna land on Tars. And that's a Teresian L nobles type thing that push everything into darkness type thing that displeases them. It's real welcoming, very welcoming planet. I don't think there's any comment that prevents him from saying that you took a smack on your head.
Good to see you up instead of thrashing about in your sleep. You must have been having one hell of a nightmare. I was wondering if you were ever going to wake up. I'm Karth, one of the Republic soldiers from the Endar Spire. I was with you in the escape pod. Do you remember?
Okay, Karth, the one on the communicator, I remember.
Been slipping in and out of consciousness for a couple of days now, so I imagine you're pretty confused about things. Try not to worry. We're safe. At least for the moment. We're in an abandoned apartment on the planet of Terrace. We were banged up pretty bad when our escape pod crashed, but luckily I wasn't seriously hurt. I was able to drag you away from our crash site and all the confusion, and I stumbled into this abandoned apartment. By the time the Sith arrived on the scene, we were long gone.
It's okay for you to thank him now, I think. It doesn't mean anything. Dudes do things, I think.
You don't have to thank me. I've never abandoned anyone on a mission, and I'm not about to start now. Besides, I'm gonna need your help. Terrace is under Sith control. Their fleet is orbiting the planet. They've declared martial law, and they've imposed a planet-wide quarantine. But I've been in worse spots. I saw on your service records that you understand a remarkable number of alien languages. That's pretty rare in a raw recruit, but it should come in handy while we're stranded on a foreign world. There is no way the Republic will be able to get anyone through the Sith blockade to help us. If we're gonna find Bastila and get off this planet, we can't rely on anybody but ourselves. That smack to your head did more damage than I thought. Bastila's a Jedi. She was with the strike team that killed Darth Revan, Malak's Sith Master. Bastila's the key to the whole Republic war effort. The Sith must have found out that she was on the Endar Spire and set an ambush for us in this system. I believe Bastila was on one of the escape pods that crashed down here in Terrace. For the sake of the Republic war effort, we have to try and find her. Bastila is no ordinary Jedi. She has a rare gift the Jedi call battle meditation. Bastila's power can influence entire armies. Through the Force, Bastila can inspire her allies with confidence and make her enemies lose their will to fight. Often that's all it takes to tip the balance in a battle. Of course, there are limits to what she can do, but from what I understand of her ability, it requires great concentration and focus to maintain her battle meditation. The attack on the Endar Spire happened so fast, she never had a chance to use her battle meditation. Like us, she barely got out alive. Bastila's gonna need our help. Many of Darth Malak's followers can use the dark side of the Force, and the Sith have already killed more than their share of Jedi in this war. Nobody will be looking for a couple of common soldiers like us, and if we're careful, we can move about the planet without attracting notice, a luxury Bastila won't have. She's gonna have half the Sith fleet looking for her. They know how important she is to the war effort. The whole planet is under quarantine. No ships can land or take off. So if Bastila's gonna escape Terrace, she's gonna need our help, and we'll probably need hers.
Any idea where we should start looking for Bastila or Bastila?
While you were out, I did some scouting around. There are reports of a couple of escape pods crashing down into the Undercity. It's probably a good place to start. But the Undercity's a dangerous place. We don't want to go there unprepared, and it won't do Bastila any good if we go and get ourselves killed.
I want to ask you some questions.
I'll tell you whatever I can, though I don't know how much help it'll be.
What do you know about Malak and the Sith?
Everything I know about Malak is pretty much common knowledge. He escaped the trap that killed Darth Revan, his Sith master. With Revan's death, Malak became the new Dark Lord. It's obvious that Malak's a ruthless tyrant who'll crush anyone who stands in his way, just like Revan was. Experience has shown that the Sith won't stop until the Republic lies in ruins. Malak and his Sith don't respect anything except raw, brutal power. It's hard to imagine how someone who used to be a Jedi could become such a monster.
A Jedi, what do you mean?
Malak and Revan were once both part of the Jedi Order, but they were young and headstrong, and against the wishes of the Council, they went to battle the Mandalorians on the Outer Rim. Something happened out there. Something corrupted them and drew them over to the dark side. Or maybe there was something rotten inside them all along. I don't know. They formed an army of ex-Republic soldiers and Jedi who'd fallen to the dark side, with Revan at their head, until Revan was killed by Basila's Jedi strike team. But even that didn't slow the Sith down. Malak just stepped in and assumed Revan's role. He took control of the Sith Armada and resumed the bloody conquest of the Outer Worlds.
Don't worry, we'll find a way to stop the Sith.
Well, I hope you're right. But the Republic hasn't been able to stop them so far, even with the support of the Jedi Council. I think Basila may be the galaxy's last hope.
What can you tell me about the planet, then?
Taurus was once a magnificent planet-wide metropolis of towering skyscrapers. But that was a long time ago. The upper city where the rich citizens live is still pretty safe. If it wasn't for the Sith occupation and the planet-wide quarantine, it might not even be a bad place to live. But farther down, things have degenerated. The lower city is nothing but a slum overrun by swoop bike gangs, waging a never-ending war for control. And the undercity is, well, it's even worse. The lowest level of Terrace is a wasteland overrun by rat ghouls, mindless, diseased mutants that attack on sight. I've already entered all this info into your datapad journal.
Now, when he said that lower city is overrun by gangs, that's the apartment complexes type thing, and they are also overrun with them. They're free reign type thing to clear the swoop gangs out of it, and then that way you can find the Republic mod armor and get even cooler armor type thing. And before heading into like the military base, or before dealing with the rest of the arena characters like Maul or Twitch or Bendak Starkiller. And it's got an immunity to mind effect of being concussed type thing. Like landing on a football type thing, that type of thing. So you can throw concussion grenades that seismically do the effect to them type thing, but not to you. And some power puff. I don't think it's powder like makeup powder. I think it's power. The girls have power, and like happy scrappy hero puff type thing, puffing power type thing in that type of sense. And the girls, it's power. Okay, anyway, I messed that up, but that's right. Alright, and I'd like to know some more about you, Carl.
I understand why you want to know more about me. I kind of get the feeling we'll be spending a lot of time together over the next while. But this isn't really the best time for long introductions. We should stay focused on the task at hand. There'll be a time for that later.
The sooner we start looking for Pastila, the sooner we'll find her. Let's go.
Good idea. We can use this abandoned apartment as a base. We can probably get some equipment and supplies here in the upper city. Just remember to keep a low profile. I've heard some grim stories about the Dark Jedi interrogation techniques. They say the Force can do terrible things to a mind. It can wipe away your memories and destroy your very identity. But I figure if we don't do anything stupid, we should be okay. I mean, after all, they're looking for Basila, not a couple of grunts like us. All right, soldier, let's move out.
Journal entry, level 2, Fortitude 7 now. Let's try to get that one combat in. And you're stranded on the planet, Taurus, with gangs and swoop gangs. And now you open up the chest. And that's 2 computer spikes and 3 med packs. And you take those. And now you go to that type thing. And you've got now 9 med packs type thing. And 7 computer spikes, and we're going to sell all of them type thing despite putting ourselves behind. Each one of those are going to be $250, $275. It's going to be amazing. And let's see here, 106 base credits. That's a table. Throughout the game, you'll be able to find weapons and armor that is marked as upgradable. These items can be improved with the additional upgrade item. With the upgrade items, you can use this workbench to construct new, more powerful versions to upgrade ranged weapons, melee weapons, lightsabers, and armor. Use the workbench now. Yes. And that's your melee thing. And then we're going to put the pieces on it type thing. And that's a prototype. And that's its description there. And that's here. That's a vibration cell. And that's damage bonus type thing here. Special properties. Damage bonus, slashing 1 type thing. We've got physical 1. And that's going to add to the range of 1 to 10. So it's going to be 2 to 11 plus 1 physical type thing. So we're going to fill that in. That's a vibration cell type thing. That's a one-handed movement. And instead it kept it a D10 type thing and plus 2 physical now, 19 and 20. Very nice. Okay, that's your new weapon type thing there. And it's been upgraded. And there we go. Now double check that type thing here. And it's 2 vibro blades type thing. Not sure why I got 2 vibro blades. That's interesting. Must have picked them up on the ship. And that's my advanced med pack type thing. Still want to get there. From here, we go to usable items. And there we go. 9 med packs, advanced med pack, adrenal, stamina, and strength. And then we want to find and equip before we head out the door the prototype vibro blade type thing to make sure that we have it type thing here in equipment. And there it is with damage bonus plus 2 and D10 type thing, and a critical now for not 20 type thing but 19 through 20, and it's balanced. I think the longsword one is just a 20 through 20 type thing, that type of sense. Only natural 20 works on it type thing. No modifiers on the 20 type thing. It's gotta, I mean, you can put modifiers on the 20, but you can't put modifiers on a 19 and let it sum up above 20 type thing and say it was a natural 19 or natural 20 type thing, that type of sense. That's right. And so that is prototype. I'm an equipment. And that's my equipment there. And that's 4 to 13 and plus 3 type thing there. Got such limited time type thing, so I am going to save that for tomorrow. And we'll start that and we'll leave. I left the apartment many a times without equipping that first type thing. And we'll start tomorrow, finish out another part of being a first level character, and the importance of making a very critical threshold dimming advantage budget decision, which are computer spikes. That way you won't have to wait to buy armor through the game type thing as you explore. You just sell the computer spikes. It will hurt to think about the computer spikes being 7 behind in the game, but for the most part, I don't really have a computer skill. And getting that armor because Karth is still enclosed, I think. And with that money, you should generate about 1,200 cash. And you can get Karth the military suit for up to his Dex mod max type thing, so he can maneuver and still use his double guns thing. And you can buy the military suit for yourself if you wear heavy armor or what have you type thing. Up both your base armor classes type thing with your Dex mods added into it, plus base 10 type thing. And walk around, have a little bit more money to give to like Largo type thing, or sneak around one type thing in that type of sense if you want to. You have to hug the corner, I'll show how to do that. And in that means just some other stuff type thing. There's some other people that might try to hit you up like the shield guy for money. Go ahead and buy the shield type thing too. And that's a real advantageous thing. And there might be like 1 or 2 other pieces that you can buy, leave you with 200 credits type thing. Then hit the circuit, you know. Maybe bribe people with 50 or 150 type thing if there's going to be a bribe in there. I don't think there is, except for the Largo guys type thing there is, because you can give them 100, but they still get upset anyway type thing. No. They get upset, and then you give Largo the 100 to go pay the bounty hunter type thing. But you can't really do it if you only have like 15 credits or something like that. It's 85 credits short. But with the 1,200 type thing you had that went down to 200, you're fine. Give them 100 type thing. The backpack has hundreds type thing in it. And if you do like the right thing and stuff like that, that type of sense, piece of cake, amazing. So I'll show how to do that type thing. Hit up over at Kepler Yurt type thing, that type of sense, and maybe talk to Zelda type thing. Real exciting stuff type thing. Work your way to mission in the Wookiee, then put the Wookiee in front with the black button type thing, of alternate character switch out type thing. Bust down the lower sewers type thing, that type of sense. Get to the Black Vulcar base. Get to the swoop thing because you got the prototype accelerator type thing, again behind the Wookiee and yourself. And then from there get Bastila, bring her type thing. Even though you're not a Jedi, on the planet she's not restricted from her Jedi powers. I'll show that too type thing. And then when you're doing other fights that are not story point things, she can use the saber. Now you take the Wookiee out of lead and you put her in lead. So she's got Jedi Bolt, deflection type thing. She's got that saber. It's double like Darth Maul type thing from Phantom Menace. It's amazing. So we'll get to that type thing. 4 to 13 plus 3 and a D20 type thing up to 23 armor class. 4 to 13 damage type thing before critical. 30 hit points, still second level type thing. And as soon as I leave the apartment tomorrow, we'll get into that. I don't really have any light side things there. That's the trim of there. I will have gain another level and go up to level 3 and have 45 vitality type thing. and Fortitude 7 plus D20 up to 27 Fortitude, and 2,605 experience, 3,000 necessary to level type thing. And that's that guy that shoots the alien scum, and we don't tolerate as a Sith. You alien scum in the apartments, I think you're not supposed to be hanging around with the Teresian nobles up here in the upper levels anyway type thing. We only tolerate you because of the service entry thing. So, with that type thing, they're picking on the people, and you step in and you're like, smack, 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 you know, type thing in that type of sense, and then you get like 400, 375, or 400 experience, I think in that type of sense, but should be enough to level you. Alright, thanks again for listening to 1d8 plus 1, the Lunar Warps, on the dimming Sage Block 9 for your dimming advantage. That's how you take your game to the next level, and have a great one. Okay, welcome back to 1d8 plus 1, the Lunar Warps, and this is Chad Brown, NPM, and I'm about to load here. We're going to learn what to do as soon as you hit TARS, and how to use the apartment to more maximum effect. Let's get rocking. Can't wait to do this kind of thing. Not sure how all the deals are, and I've got a couple of sneak around points I'll probably show in the video type thing. That's important to get to the lower city and mission. Right path plan type thing, bam, and we'll just take this thing out. Not sure where I stopped yesterday type thing. So we go back to our feedback, use that, use the workbench, and Carr said, but I figure if we don't do anything stupid, we should be okay. I mean, after all, they're looking for Bastila, not a couple of grunts like us. Alright, soldier, let's move out. And feedback. Acquired Iron Blaster, received 250, healed 2 hit points. As soon as we got in the apartment, terrorist planetary information, searched for Bastila, and healed 0 points. We were ready to leave. I did not make sure to equip my prototype, and there it is. It is equipped, because there's a confrontation as soon as we leave the apartment. I can't see Carl right now, D20 plus 3, 30 hit points, 106 credits, but we've got computer spikes, and utility items, and let's see here, real quick, 9 med packs, and an advanced med pack, right there. So far, adrenaline strength and adrenaline stamina, and let's see here, 2 blaster rifles, blaster rifle, and 7 computer spikes. So that's here, there type thing, and we're going to sell those computer spikes. Let's begin.
Okay, you alien scum. Everybody get up against the wall. This is a raid. That's how we sit deal with smart mouth aliens. Now the rest of you get up against the wall before I lose my temper again. Hey, what's this? Humans hiding out with aliens? They're Republic fugitives. Attack!
Ina kun mama ulira rachikun, slimo patona, undi hantona chihon kapi. Jawana pota ayu at tahunga chak tanki dora, kachiku ita hodonga. Topada bongwanya gando dona no chuchu. Musha papampa, bola wana chikne. Bamuli slemo poda wanga kun bes mulira rabes. Uba patu koji. Tong non bong shang yung yang. Tong tok smaktelia.
Okay, let's go ahead and should level immediately. Let's check this here. And see, it's carve. Warric, Bran, Dell succeeds with attack on battle droid. Flurry used, hit with 28 versus defense 14 for damage 16. Critical hit. My first critical. Rolled a 19. Base 2. Flurry -4, melee on range 10. Type thing. Once again, if you're gonna have something with a feat like Flurry, which adds -4 to the attack for the extra swings, but you're on somebody with like a gun, and that gun isn't in the perfect position to block the swing through of the sword type thing all the time, then the melee on range, your sword is getting a bonus because they're holding an inadequate blocking device type thing, and that means so you're getting a +10 to get around them. So it's 10 minus the Flurry 4, which is 6, and then now a roll of 19, base 2, strength mod 1 type thing, and that was a result of 28. Now 19 or 20 is a critical type thing for that prototype vibroblade. So threat breakdown, roll 19 versus required 19 and 20 threat, success with attack of 18 versus defense 14. So in that type of thing, we have to confirm our critical, and so we have to hit their defense 14 armor class again, and we rolled an 18, and that was enough type thing for, or had an attack of 18 to exceed the defense of 14, and thus count as a critical type thing. Defense breakdown, 14, base 10, dex mod -1, class, let's see, class 2 plus natural 3. I don't know what those bonuses were. And then here, damage breakdown is a critical ×2 for 16. Physical was 7, but it was ×2 for 14. And strength mod was 1 × 2 is 2, so 14 plus 2 type thing, which is 16. And so now, damage breakdown was a critical ×2 for 16. Then Warric, Bran, Dell did another attack, that was a fail. And then, let's see here, Karth had his automatic ones type thing. Warric, Bran, Dell succeeds the attack on Sith Soldier, Flurry used, hit with 19 versus defense 19 for damage 9. So I did 9, and your character has gained enough experience to advance a level. So I did 9 plus 16, that was 25. And you can go back and see what type of armor classes are on the planet. Looks like on Taurus the armor class is going to be like 14 for lower chest pieces, and probably about 5 to 6 more for higher chest pieces like rooks, bishops, and knights instead of pawns. So you can count on needing to hit armor class 18 or 19 type thing as the upper echelon of the planet type thing, which is still on a roll of a d20 without bonus type thing, and that means if you roll a 19, then that's 19 versus 19 and you would hit. 19 versus 18 would also still be a hit. So these things aren't bad. Warric, Bran, Dell succeeds the attack on battle droid. Flurry used, hit with 22 versus defense 14 for damage 11. And let's see here. That is right. So I did 11. Warric, Bran, Dell succeeds the attack on battle droid. Flurry used, hit with 27 versus defense 14 for damage 11. And hit with 22 versus defense 14 for damage 11. So that's 11 plus 11, that's 22, and that's a critical hit type thing, and that is here. That was for 16, so I already had 22, so that's 38, and let's see here. Oh, Karth followed up with it. Succeeds to attack on Sith Soldier, hit with 26 versus defense 19 for damage 4. Automatic hit, rolled a 20. Rolled 20 versus required 20. threat failure with attack 13 versus defense 19, and so he didn't confirm it. There was a defense 19 5 higher type thing than the 14 type thing. They were pretty pyramidal in group assignment there type thing. And let's see, and then I did 9 plus 38, so that's 47. And then my character advanced a level, gained enough experience to advance a level, and 250 experience for taking out the Sith soldier. Warric Bran Dell sees the attack and Sith soldier flurry use, hit with 24 versus defense 19, for damage 13. I think that guy was already down at that point type thing, so let's just follow through. So it's 13 plus 47 type thing, that's 60. Even 60. Could add a prime number, but now we're still awesome. Yeah. So there we go type thing here. And trying to think here. See if that evens me there. Okay. Alright. Here. So now we can see the damage type thing, and I can see my critical again, and that's good. That is good. Now we can go into leveling type thing. Just finished from the bridge, the Endar Spire type thing, down to the planet. As soon as we walked out the door, we leveled type thing here. I'm going to go ahead and use this time to pick up their weapon stuff. Blaster rifle, frag grenade, poison grenade, adrenal strength, adrenal stamina. Alright, good stuff here. We're going to get off the street type thing. Karth is slightly injured. Use the change button there. And he's got 41 vitality out of 44. So since he's slightly injured, I'm going to go ahead and go back to the apartment, and then should see some points come across him type thing. And that's Karth's thing. And I can look at his skill set too. Here. Let's go there. And computer spikes, demolition, stealth. 1, 0, 0, 3 on awareness, persuade of 1, repair of 2, security of 1, treat injury of 4, feats, 2, improve 2 weapon fighting, and all armor, because you use double guns, so I think in that type of sense. And this is good. This is good. Now, I'm not injured type thing, but generally, if you are injured and you are near level type thing, it will put you back up to full hit points. And I leveled by 5 experience points type thing here. And that is right there. 3,000 needed, 3,005 experience gained. So, rock and roll here. Let's go here. And you'll see a number appear above you type thing. The apartment will also end all poison effects, which is a handy thing for remembering those time machine equivalent creatures down in the Undercity, because it will Rakdos, and just like the Morgals or something of that type thing, exact same thing. So now in that type of thing, can you try to ask Karth the question?
Yes, what's on your mind? Terrace? The planet's all one big city, but its golden years are long past, and things have gotten worse since the Sith occupied it. From what I hear, the wealthy live on the tops of all the tall towers, and if you're poor, you live down in the shadows, and it gets worse the lower you go. Well, that's all I can think of, at any rate. You got it. Yes, what's on your mind? Me? Well, I've been a star pilot for the Republic for years. Seen more than my share of wars. I fought in the Mandalorian Wars before all this started. But with all that, I've never experienced anything like the slaughter these Sith animals can unleash. Not even the Mandalorians were that senseless. My home world was one of the first planets to fall to Malak's fleet. The Sith bombed it into submission, and there wasn't a damn thing our Republic forces could do to stop them. shouldn't be my fault. I did everything I could. I followed my orders and did my duty. That shouldn't mean I failed them. I didn't. Yeah, no, that's not what I mean. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not making much sense, am I? You probably mean well with your questions. I'm just not accustomed to talking about my past very much. At all, actually. I'm more used to taking action, keeping my mind focused on the business at hand. So let's just do that. If you have more questions, ask them later.
Okay. Going to our now journal quest. Feedback's an important thing as you switch back and forth from messages, and so is your journal. You discovered that Car's homeworld was attacked by the Sith. Though he was reluctant to talk about it, perhaps you can talk more later after you gain more experience. So maybe wait a level or two, ease an elbow grab, you know, type thing like that. So maybe take this type thing. Car's wants to get to it, taking that needs.